I go to church every Sunday, and the reason I go to church is for fellowship, but also just to be reminded, what we're being called to do. As Christians, as I said, with regard to the prayer, we're called to seek and serve Christ and others. And so we come together, have communion together to give us that solace, that reminder of who Christ was and what He wanted us to be doing. And what He wanted us to be doing is to be out spreading joy and spreading the good news. And so the rest of the week, I'm trying in every way I can to kind of make that happen.
There's a lot of this. We're basically praying all day long. Upon the first dawning of awareness in the morning, I should wake up to, I'm awake, and to recite in Hebrew the words, I'm grateful to you, O God, Modani Fanecha Ruach HaVikayam, ever-living Spirit of the universe, that you have returned my soul to me in love. Your faithfulness is very great. And then throughout the day, there was an early rabbi from the 3rd century who said you should say 100 blessings a day. And you fill that with all kinds of things. Thank you for everything that you created. The sense is that a very, very large number of moments during the day that are invitations to invoking God's presence, and then again to go to the end of the day.
You can kind of divide activities that a Muslim might engage in into things they do for God, ibadat, or things they do for other people, mu'amalat. In terms of ibadat, the one that impacts Muslims the most is the 5 daily prayers, which kind of, again, similar to Judaism. The first one begins at the time that the sun begins to rise, again at noon, in the afternoon, after sunset, and then again at night. So these are all intervals throughout the day where Muslims will stop what they're doing for 5 to 10 minutes to take time out and kind of go back and remember God and to reaffirm that relationship that is really the most important, but that often falls to the wayside as we get so caught up in our daily life. And so that is probably the most impactful aspect of what are called the 5 pillars. But obviously throughout the day there's also prayers that people do, similar to what you mentioned, even before going to the bathroom, before going to bed at night. And of course not every Muslim has memorized those, but the idea is that you remind yourself through these supplications that all good is from God. And so a very important ideal that should be really remembered throughout one's life is shukr, or gratefulness to God.